Alright, everybody, we are back for the next episode of the TEW 9, The Shifting Sands, here with the WWE booking WWE Monday Night Raw. We are at the Toledo Sports Arena in the Great Lakes. Last week's episode, we had Rob Conway in 3-minute warning, defeat Rikishi, Jim Duggan, and Viscera. In our pre-show, we had an opening promo with Vince and Shawn Michaels, where Vince finally admitted that he is just so tired of Shawn Michaels, and that as long as he's around, he will not get a WWE Championship match ever again. Then in our opening contest, we had Eugene and Goldust defeat the Spirit Squad of Johnny and Kenny. And then we had a promo with Edge trying to talk Eric Bischoff out of the WWE Championship match against Ric Flair, which is taking place this week. Then we had the debut of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner defeating Val Venus, and then Steiner cutting a promo saying that he came back to the WWE to win gold, whether it's the Intercontinental, the Tag Team, the WWE, the World Heavyweight Championship, the United States Championship, the WWE Tag Team titles. He doesn't care. He wants gold. And then we had Trish Stratus defend the WWE Women's Championship against Daphne. Triple H cutting a promo talking about how, everybody's running their mouth about winning the Royal Rumble. Well, he is going to win, and nobody is going to stop him. Then we had Big Show defeat William Regal. We had John Cena cut a promo about how at the Royal Rumble he is going to defeat Edge and take back the WWE Championship. And then in a huge 10-man tag team match, we had John Cena, Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy making his debut, Shawn Michaels defeat Triple H, Kurt Angle, Edge, Carlito, and Masters. So it was a pretty good show. Not our best one like the week before. I mean, that was our lowest rated Raw we've had, but it's still over where we need to be to gain pop and everything. So I am going ahead. I'm going to book the show, and I will be right back. Alright, everybody, we are back. We have the whole show booked out here, so let's hop in with our first pre-show match. So in a pre-show bout that had good heat and subpar wrestling, Ashley Mazzaro defeated Lita in 12:21 by pinfall with a spear. The crowd is expectant and simmering. The wrestling rating got a 49. The crowd got a 56. The segment got us a 47. Ashley got a 45. Lita got a 53. Tommy Dreamer could have done a better job as a road agent. The commentary quality lifted it. The color commentary gave it a boost. So I just did this match just to check out Lita, to see where she's at. Because at the beginning of the year here in 2006, she really wasn't wrestling. So I wanted her to just give it a quick check out and see how she is. So she's not doing too bad. So let's head to our next pre-show match. So in a pre-show bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Gregory Helms defeated Val Venus in 12:02 by pinfall with a Nightmare on Helms Street. The crowd heat is expectant and simmering. The wrestling rating got a 62. The crowd got a 57. The segment got a 65. Val had a 65, and Gregory Helms had a 60. He also has a poor gimmick, but we are going to change that right now. His next big thing got a great. It gives a large penalty to microphone skills and penalized for losing to comedy gimmicks. So that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. So, good thing I got a great. Everything else is fantastic. So, let's head into our opening segment of the night here. So, Raw opens with a somber atmosphere. The WWE Champion Edge walks to the ringside alongside Lita. Edge wearing street clothes, his right arm heavily taped up from the injury that he suffered last week in the 10-man tag team match. He enters the ring. Last week on Raw, I walked into the biggest match of my career as the WWE Champion. And I walked out with something I never expected. An injury. I spent the last week going through the tests, seeing doctors, doing everything possible to make sure I'd be ready for the Rumble. Because whether you people like me or not, I wanted to walk into the Royal Rumble and prove that I deserve to be the WWE champion. But the reality is, I'm not medically cleared to compete, which means I can't defend the WWE Championship against John Cena at the Royal Rumble. This isn't how I wanted things to happen. I fought too hard to win this championship. I fought too hard to get to the top. And now because of one injury, everything is taken away. Don't get too excited because this isn't the last you've seen of Edge. And when I come back, I'm taking back what's mine. And then I'm back hits and Eric Bischoff walks down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an unfortunate situation. Nobody wants to see a champion forced to relinquish the title due to injury. But the WWE Championship must be defended. Edge, on behalf of Raw, I want to wish you a speedy recovery. However, and he picks up the WWE Championship that Edge is laid in the middle of the ring. As general manager of Raw, I am officially declaring the WWE Championship vacant. And because the Royal Rumble is just around the corner, we're going to crown a new WWE Champion. John Cena was already scheduled to challenge for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Therefore, John Cena will remain in the championship match. But his opponent will be decided tonight. Tonight's main event will be a fatal 4-way match featuring Kurt Angle, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Rob Van Dam. And the winner of that fatal 4-way will advance to the Royal Rumble to face John Cena for the vacant WWE Championship. And by the end of the Royal Rumble, Raw will have a new champion. And the WWE title is vacated now. The crowd is hot and rising. The segment got us a 93. Part 1 of Edge Just Talking got a 96. Eric Bischoff's promo was an 89. Did fans be careful who you played the game with? I hope your New Year's resolution was to survive. Rated R for Road Rage. And even God shouldn't cross the boss. Part 1 and 2, Edge and Lita have pretty good chemistry. Eric Bischoff was superb without a script and had the fans eating out of the palm of his hand. Both part 1 and 2, Edge benefited from being the flavor of the month. The angle got the crowd hotter, and it got the show off to a strong start. That's just a low and a poor color commentary. I don't know how it's poor color commentary when Jerry's pretty good. So let's head to our opening match. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Jackie Moore and Gail Kim defeated Mickie James and Victoria in 11:46 when Gail pinned Victoria. During the match, we also had Trish distract Mickie. So the crowd heat is hot. The wrestling got a 53. The crowd got a 55. The segment got a 61. Victoria had a 49. Mickie had a 54. Gail had a 57. Jackie had a 51. Gail debuted her Girl Next Door, got adequate. When does a love become an unhealthy obsession? Mickie was off her game. Mickie and Victoria don't work well, so we'll have to remember never to do that again. And then the color or the commentary quality lifted it. Losses hurt momentum more than normal. And let's just check the dirt sheet, see if there's anything in there. Just holding back in the tag team chemistry. So let's head to our next segment. The women's champion Trish makes her way to the ring with the championship over her shoulder. Over the last few months, there's been one name that keeps coming up whenever people talk about the future of the women's division. Mickie James. And honestly, I understand why. Mickie, you've done an incredible job since arriving in WWE. You've worked hard, you earned opportunities, you've proven that you belong here. In fact, I've been one of the first people to tell everyone how talented you are. I've watched you grow every single week. I've watched your confidence grow. I've watched the fans get behind you. And that's exactly why I know someday you're going to be women's champion. Someday. But not today, not next week, not anytime soon. Because there's one problem standing in your way. Me. You see, Mickey, talent only gets you so far. Heart only gets you so far. Determination only gets you so far. Eventually, you've got to step into the ring with the best. And that's exactly what I am. I've carried this division. I've beaten every challenger put in front of me. I've been the face of the women's division in WWE for years. So while I appreciate everything you have accomplished, and while I respect the effort you put in, there's only one thing you need to understand. As long as Trish is the WWE Women's Champion, you will never be Women's Champion. Because to win this championship, you have to beat me. And Mickey, nobody does that. The crowd heat is white hot. The segment got us a 59. To advance the storyline, Harvey Wippleman sucked at being a road agent. The commentary quality lifted it. The angle got the crowd hotter. And it's probably just his road agent work. It's fantastic. So, let's head to our next match. So, in about that had great heat and decent wrestling. Eugene, Goldust, and Big Show and Kane defeated the Spirit Squad of Kenny, Johnny, Mikey, and Nikki when Kane pinned Nikki with a choke slam. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling got a 62. The crowd got a 63. We got a 68. Kane had an 81. Goldust had a 63. Eugene had a 66. Big Show had a 74. Nikki had a 64. Mikey had a 51. Johnny had a 51. And Kenny had a 49. The creative finish of Kane was a failure. Kenny seemed off his game, and so was Johnny. So it was pretty much just the creative finish that killed this. So let's head to our next segment here. The camera cuts backstage to Kurt Angle with Daivari, and Kurt says, "Tonight is exactly why I'm the most dangerous man in WWE. Eric Bischoff puts me in a fatal four-way match against Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Rob Van Dam." And everybody starts talking about how difficult it is. Difficult for them, maybe. For me, it's just another opportunity to prove that I'm the best wrestler in this company. Look at the competition. Triple H thinks because he won a few... Oh, well, I shouldn't say a few. Won a Royal Rumble that he is inevitable. Shawn Michaels thinks one WrestleMania moment is waiting for him around every corner. Rob Van Dam is still trying to convince everyone that he's an elite superstar. The problem is, they're stepping into the ring with an Olympic gold medalist. They're stepping into the ring with a man who has won world championships everywhere he's been. They're stepping into the ring with a wrestling machine. Tonight, I don't care if it's Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or Rob Van Dam standing across the ring from me. Every one of them is going to find out the same thing. When Kurt Angle wants something, Kurt Angle takes it. So tonight, I win the Fatal 4-Way. I punch my ticket to the Royal Rumble, and then John Cena gets one more opportunity to fail. Cena can talk about his hustle, loyalty, and respect all he wants. The truth is, he had his chance as WWE Champion. Now it's my turn. At the Royal Rumble, there won't be any excuses. No Elimination Chamber, no Money in the Bank cash-in, no shortcuts. Just Kurt Angle and John Cena fighting for the WWE Championship. And when it's over, the WWE Championship comes home with the greatest professional wrestler alive. Me. Because tonight I win. At the Royal Rumble, I become WWE Champion. And that's not a prediction. It's true. It's damn true. So the crowd heat is very hot. The segment got us a 90. To advance the I hope your New Year's resolution was to survive, and it deserved better color commentary. So that was pretty much it. So let's head to the next segment. In a wild brawl that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, Tommy Dreamer and Ric Flair defeated Scott Steiner and Shelton Benjamin in 12:15 when Tommy pinned Shelton with the Dreamer DDT. In terms of ring work, Scott Steiner was head and shoulders above everybody else. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling got a 68. The crowd got a 76. The segment got us a 79. Flair had a 60. Dreamer had a 71. Shelton had a 58. And Steiner had an 82. It advanced the Rated R for Road Rage storyline. And Dreamer is getting better at his gimmick. It's really not that bad. Okay, so let's head off to our next segment here. The camera cuts backstage to John Cena standing there. You know, this isn't how I wanted things to go down. Last week, I was preparing for the Royal Rumble knowing exactly who I was going to face, Edge. Whether I liked him or not, whether I agreed with how he became champion or not, I was ready to step into that ring and take back the WWE Championship. But now, things have changed. Edge got injured, the title's vacated, and now I've got no idea who I'm facing at the Royal Rumble. Tonight, Kurt Angle, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Rob Van Dam are all fighting for the chance to meet me for the WWE Championship. Four of the very best this company has to offer. Four guys who have all held championships. Four guys who all believe they're headed to WrestleMania. The thing is, it doesn't matter which one of them wins, because my goal hasn't changed. I came into this year wanting to be WWE Champion again, and I am walking into the Royal Rumble with that exact same mindset. Kurt Angle, I've beaten him before. Triple H, I've beaten him. Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest, but I'll face him if I have to. Rob Van Dam, one of the toughest competitors in WWE. Bring him on. Because at the Royal Rumble, I don't care whose music hits. I don't care who's standing in the opposite corner. I don't care how many championships they've won or how many Hall of Fame resumes they've got. The WWE Championship is on the line, and when that happens, you're getting the absolute best version of John Cena. So to Kurt Angle, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Rob Van Dam, good luck tonight. Go out there and fight your hearts out. Earn your spot. Earn your opportunity. Because whoever wins, whoever survives, whoever earns the right to face me at the Royal Rumble is still walking into the biggest fight of their life. And when the Royal Rumble is over, the WWE Championship is coming back where it belongs. The champ is here. So the crowd heat is very hot. We got a 90 from that. It advanced the storyline. The segment deserved better color commentary. Let's head to the next segment. In a superb match, Jeff Hardy defeated Jamal in 12-11 by pinfall with his twist of fate. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling got a 78. The crowd got a 66. The segment got us a 78. Jeff had a 77. Jamal had an 80. The match suffered for a lack of psychology, and that's probably the only reason why it didn't do any better. So, let's head to the next segment. So the camera cuts backstage. Shawn Michaels is all dressed and ready to go, and he talks about his fatal four-way match here. I know it's funny how quickly things change in WWE. A week ago, everybody was talking about Edge versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Now Edge is injured, the WWE Championship is vacant, and tonight, four men have the opportunity of a lifetime. Kurt Angle, Triple H, Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels. One of us is walking out of Raw tonight with a guaranteed WWE Championship match at the Royal Rumble. And now everybody knows my goal this year. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I want to headline WrestleMania. I want to win the Royal Rumble, and I want one more WrestleMania moment. But tonight changes things. Because if I win this Fatal 4-Way match, I don't have to wait until WrestleMania to chase the WWE Championship. If I win tonight, I get John Cena at the Royal Rumble. If I win tonight, I get the chance to become WWE Champion sooner than anybody expected. And if I become WWE Champion at Royal Rumble, then every road in WWE leads directly through Shawn Michaels. Now, don't get me wrong, Kurt Angle is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Triple H is one of the most decorated champions in WWE history. Rob Van Dam can beat anybody on the right night. I respect every one of them. But tonight isn't about respect. Tonight is about opportunity, and nobody takes advantage of big opportunities better than the Heartbreak Kid. John Cena, I know you're watching. You don't know who your opponent is going to be at the Royal Rumble yet, but if it's Shawn Michaels, you better be ready. Because tonight, I'm punching my ticket to the Royal Rumble, and at the Royal Rumble, I'm becoming WWE Champion. And that's not a dream, that's not a prediction, that's the Heartbreak Kid proving once again why he's Mr. WrestleMania. And why sooner or later, the show always belongs to Shawn Michaels. So the crowd heat is very hot. We got a 92 from Shawn. It advanced all our storylines. This segment deserved better color commentary. So let's head to the next segment. In about that had fantastic heat and great wrestling. John Cena defeated Carlito in 11:55 by pinfall with his FU. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got an 80. The crowd got an 80. The segment got us an 80. John Cena had an 86. Carlito had a 73, and it advanced the New Year's resolution storyline. And the match suffered because there was not enough selling shown. Well, that's very weird. So let's head to our last segment of the night here. I did better than I thought. So the camera's backstage. You see the World Tag Team Champions Big Show and Kane. They bump into Eugene and Goldust. Whoa, Goldust, look, it's Big Show and Kane. Indeed it is Eugene, the World Tag Team Champions themselves. A frightening combination of size, power, and destruction. Big Show chuckles, and Kane doesn't really say anything. You guys are awesome. You beat everybody. You beat all the bad guys, and sometimes the good guys, too. Thanks, Eugene. We appreciate that. You know, champions such as yourselves deserve worthy challengers, competitors with heart, determination, and a flair for the entertainment. So he is basically just saying, you know, us, defending against us. You know, competitors such as us. Yeah, me and Goldust have been winning matches. We've been working really hard, and someday we'd really like a chance to wrestle for those titles. You two want a shot at the World Tag Team titles? Absolutely. Well, maybe not right now. You guys are really big. Perhaps not today, perhaps not tomorrow, but someday we'd like the opportunity to prove ourselves against the very best. Earn it. That's all I need. That's all we needed to hear. Kane's right. Keep winning matches, keep improving, and maybe someday we'll see you in the ring. Fair enough. A challenge for the future. And when it happens, we're going to try really, really hard. I believe you will. Did you see that, Goldust? They didn't say no. No, Eugene. They certainly did not. So the crowd heat is very hot. We got a 75 for it, which is a lot better than I thought. And then Eugene is also getting better at his gimmick. So let's head to our main event of the night. In an exceptional match, Kurt Angle defeated Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Rob Van Dam in a fatal 4-way. In 16:53, when Kurt pinned Rob Van Dam with his Angle Slam. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 91. The crowd got an 84. The segment got us an 88. Triple H had an 88, Shawn had a 95, Kurt had a 97, Rob had an 83. It advanced all our storylines. We deserved better color commentary, and the match got the crowd buzzing, which is fantastic. Okay, so just the low heat in the one storyline, and then the poor color commentary. So let's finish up and check out everything. We finished with an 88. That is fantastic off of that one. So we would have gained popularity in 1 U.S. region, 6 British and Japanese, and 2 Oceanic. So let's check everything out. The financial report, we made 308. The popularity didn't really move. It moved to 72 in the Maritimes. That's good. So that's really good. So that is everything for this episode. I will see everyone in the next one.